2, 1. Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Right at the Scarlet Halls and right into a similar-looking Scarlet Halls. I'm Slidewhistle.
I am Immunization.
I'm Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag.
This is episode dozen of Do Not Relent.
Woo! It's a baker's dozen. A baker's dozen if a baker's dozen was 12.
Yeah, I heard that this is episode Baker's Dozen if a baker's dozen were 12.
That joke sounds similar.
Because they were the same joke.
So, we have important things to discuss. What are your guys' opinions on the new Pokemon starters? They've been announced today. We got a grass monkey, we got a fire bunny, and we got a blue sad boy.
I must say, I am Team Sobble because I cannot stand the look of the other two.
I don't think Sobble's a sad one. I think he's a shocked one. Like, in the image that they revealed, he kind of looked like the shocked Pikachu face.
There was another water starter that was, in the office at the same time, and he's like, it's probably going to be, Aquio. And then they came by his desk, and was like, Sobble! It's your time to shine, buddy. And he was like, what? And he still can't believe that he's here. But I'm glad he is, because he's the only good-looking starter, in my opinion.
You know, I disagree with this, because I think maybe for the first time ever, I will not be choosing the water starter, and I will be going for the grass one, because I think he's super cute.
I think I'm still Sobble gang, but I thought about Grookey a lot in this time that I had off work today. I was a little bit upset about Grookey for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that he looks very similar to Chespin. Is that his name? Is it Chespin? The starter from
the grass, yeah, who turns into a big tank boy.
It has a similar color scheme. And then also, we already have a green monkey. We have Pansage. But nobody really cares about those monkeys. Pansage and
Pansage wasn't a starter or anything. He was just kind of extra.
And
Panpour, Panseer, and Pansage.
I thought about the potential in what Grookey can become, and I got really excited about it. I'm just thinking about a big, giant gorilla made out of grass that's going to grab you and punch you. I'm all for it. I think Grookey is going to end up being grass fighting. Has there been a grass fighting? I don't think so. I don't think there has.
Not of the starters, no. Not that I know of.
I can't think of any.
I think there has to be one, but I don't think it was one of the starters.
I'm just glad that we as a podcast have gone against Scorbunny, the Nesquik rabbit.
Its name is really unfortunate. It's a very lazy name, Scorbunny. like some of the fire starters have had Chimchar. You know, it's kind of there. Chimpanzee, or what?
Torchic.
I guess that one's kind of all there. But Scorbunny.
Well, yeah, I like that one because it's both chick and it's torch.
Scorbunny? I don't know about that name.
I just don't like the little band-aid he has on his nose, because that means we're probably gonna get a fucking another firefighting type.
I personally would have been on the train for M Bunny, like Ember and Bunny, but I don't know if it's his design is what brought me against him.
Ooh.
He ran onto the screen and I was like, I'm not a fan.
I saw a fun name suggestion. It was it's a mixture of habanero and hopinero. Hopinero.
I like that.
It's hard to say.
I like that.
That's fun.
If that's not the name of one of his follow-ups, I'm going to be really upset.
Well, man, hopefully we can write some emails to Nintendo and they can write this wrong.
There's still time.
I mean, now that Bowser's the president, anything could happen. So send Bowser your emails and he'll fix it. But I guess we should talk about some WoW stuff and not Pokemon. It's exciting. Sword and Shield
Pokemon
is
very
a sweet
important
name.
here.
And it's such a cool. Their logos are so cool for Sword and Shield. I love it.
Now, in you guys' opinion, which ones will you be going for? Sword or Shield?
I'm gonna go my Kingdom Hearts strat. I always pick sword. Gotta go sword.
I guess then I will pick shield so we can trade.
So I was in GameStop today, and I was buying a game, and the guy was like, "Oh, do you want to put money down for the new Pokemon?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." So I see like he gets like a half chub, like getting ready to get me that hot pre-order. And then I was like, I thought back, I was like, well, I'm gonna get it with my girlfriend, and she said she was gonna wait to choose till she saw the legendary. So I told him, I was like, oh, actually, I don't know if I'll do the pre-order. I kind of gotta wait. And he looked at me with the most hangdog expression, like I had just run over his cat. And I was like, mark me down for sword. And he's like, well, thank you. And I was like, if I need to change, I guess I'll be back.
I'm surprised you didn't decide to go with the American exclusive Pokemon Gun.
I'm just really I'm really holding out for Pokemon Taser. The Pokemon games are a little difficult for me, so I'm going for the sort of the let's go approach, the more childish approach, with Pokemon Taser.
Sword beats shield beats taser.
Oh dang! It's that rock paper scissors system.
That's
it's that Pokemans.
That's it. It all comes back to that. It's all back to basics. But okay.
I want to talk about WoW.
Yeah, we got to talk about the Warcraft, the world of. So let's talk about what we did in WoW. Immune, what did you do in the world of Warcraft this week?
So I did something very different than what I normally do in WoW. I decided to take a little bit of time and clean up my quest log because I still had like 2 or 3 quests that had just been at the top of my quest log for probably years at this point. One that was in Suramar, so I went back there and I thought it was going to be like main Suramar quest lines because I, in the back of my mind, thought that I never finished it because I don't think I can make a Nightborn. I don't think I have that unlocked, but anyways, I get there, do the quest, and then I head back to New Dal to turn in the quest, and I'm turning it in the archaeology building, and I get this reward for it, and the reward is this mysterious cube, and I drop the cube down, and it just has access to all these old cutscenes from Legion era, and I'm like, oh, this is like UCube, like not YouTube, but UCube. I saw that online somewhere. I thought it was funny.
It's such a weird thing. He was like, what is this cube I have? And it's just literally, it just plays old clips. It's like, who the fuck is using this all the time? Like, oh, I'm gonna watch Sailor Cinematic again. That'd be pretty cool. Like, what?
I mean, they have a designated NPC for it. I guess they just, in case you don't want to go to New Dal and talk to him. That's so weird, though.
Now I can watch these cinematics during raid, I guess.
Like their cinematic department put that together. Like, oh, we added a new toy. You can see all our fucking hard work that you only get to see once.
Yeah.
Where does that toy even drop from? Like, I feel like I've never seen this quest. I've never heard about this toy before. This item. Like, it's so random.
It must have been a quest I got when doing archaeology a long time ago. But other than that, when I got back into New Dal and got my cube, I noticed that there was a quest from the archaeology person, and I grab it, and I realized that it was in the time period of when the Ghost Moose was available, which only happens once every 6 months for like a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is like once every 6 months, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I decided to just grind that out. It took maybe like 2.5 or 3 hours, put a movie on in the background, and now I have that sick Ghost Moose.
Nice.
Yeah, he literally had like 18 hours to do it. Like, it was gonna go away like the next day.
Now, can that Ghost Moose fly?
It cannot fly, and I was really disappointed by this. I mounted up, and I jumped off a cliff thinking I was going to fly, and I almost died.
He was very upset. He was very upset. It's like, I've told you it can't fly. I have the Ghost Moose. We've been over this. But those who don't Ghost Moose can't Ghost Meese. If you know what I mean.
Just like my Gram used to always say.
Bless her heart.
It's what the kids used to say at Camp Caprice. But yeah, Aaron, what did you do on WoW this week?
This one's going to be nice and simple. Literally did not play.
Boo.
Boo.
I was bouncing between jobs and had a big project, plus was taking care of some travel arrangements a month from now, getting stuff ready for that. And just every time I got near my computer, it slipped my mind. So I played for 10 minutes before starting this recording just to look at Growlina's Mog, which will be discussed later. And I was just like, that's neat, and told myself I would play more this week. So, thank you. I'm making the brave sacrifice. So, Slide, what did you do this week?
I was filling in Growlina's big mage boots by finally finishing my mage campaign on my mage.
You finally got Meryl his hanky.
Meryl?
And you found that guy who's just like, I like being invisible.
Meryl has been
Vargas.
cured and got me a really lame artifact appearance. It sucks. It doesn't look cool at all.
Nope.
It stinks. But then I got all my followers from Legion. And I'm working on I'm finally getting to the point where I can get the little rabbit out of a hat toy. So
that's the ultimate goal. I know whenever
capstone.
I pull it out, you're always green with envy.
Do you have a flying disc?
All this was for the flying disc. I saw Jaina on it, and I'm like, I need my flying disc. It wasn't cool until she had it. So that's my next goal, is getting that flying disc.
Even though Growlina's been rolling up to the staff meetings on it for the past year and a half.
I'm just like, I don't know about this disc, Growlina. You better on all fours. But now discs are in. I ran Love Is in the Air, 118 runs, didn't get the Love Rocket, but I realized I fucked up. I thought on Tuesday the whole event ended. Turns out they changed it this year, and on Tuesday you had 3 hours from like 9 to 1 to do more dungeon runs with it. And I was homesick. So I was home with food poisoning because I ate a crawfish sandwich, and I could have ran 8 more times to finish this, and I didn't. And I'm pissed about it.
I threw the crawfish sandwich down into the gutter. You're nothing compared to that mount.
Absolutely nothing. So that stinks. I got all the toys, though. I got all the toys in Love Is in the Air. I got a cool love boat. I got all the pets. I got some pedal feet to sell in the auction house. My good friend Pedal Feet. And in Raid, I finally got the fucking monkey paw from Grong because someone traded me. So it was a good weekend WoW for me, except for the Love Rocket thing that sucked.
I just remembered that you had a trinket you wanted to give me. Oops.
You never logged back on, and my 2 hours expired. So that bad boy got expulsed.
Oh, you didn't even keep it?
No, I don't need it. It's bad for me.
You could have sent it to me.
No, you can't mail them. I thought you could, but you can't mail it. So you have to trade it.
Yeah, I would have had to stay there.
And because I played, the time on it expired. So.
Oh well, next time I guess. If I ever show up to Raid again.
Speaking of Raid, we didn't on paper make any progress this week. We still have only cleared through Heroic up to starting Conclave. But we crushed everything up until Conclave, like, very easily this week. And I don't think we wiped on anything more than, like, maybe, like, 2 to 5 times, like, at the most. And we are starting to make slow progress on the Conclave fight, so that's something.
Yeah, we ate Gronk's ass. We finished Opulence with, like, 0 deaths, I'm pretty sure. There were 0 deaths on that last pull we did. Like, it was like, wow, who are we? But yeah, I think it's gonna be a while until we down Conclave. There's something that I think we're just missing. It feels like we either need to like add an extra heal or we need to change our strategy. I'm not sure. Something doesn't feel right about the way we're doing it. It's just a very chaotic, crazy fight. It's fucking nuts. And I'm kind of sick of it.
Well, I'm glad I can slip in while we're all still learning and pretend like I was there the whole time. Yeah, guys, we did it. We can do this, right? As I like kick the toilet paper off the bottom of Growlina's foot.
Well, and because there was only one mage, everybody else who could actually pitched in and started to help purge stuff, and things actually got purged more because people thought, oh, we have one mage, I'll help out. So it was really nice when the other people were purging and getting all the people
maybe
else
they
off.
can continue to do that when I come back.
So I got to keep spinning my camera around. Oh, where are the raptors? Where are the raptors? Where are the raptors? Oh, also, this is a funny revelation. One of our main tanks, or see our off tank, Rosh, he was using the wrong. He said that this whole time as a tank, his level 100 talent as a prop pally wasn't on his bars.
Rosh, my boy.
That's probably why he was dying so fast on Grong.
Rosh, if you're out there listening to this, I'm glad you figured it out, buddy, because I'm glad it wasn't another a bear who with an intellect polearm on. Oof. One of our tanks before was a guardian druid, and he was tanking with an intellect polearm, which gave him no main stat, so it was bad, but also really funny.
And then he went off to the great real estate office in the sky. Speaking of raid leads, though, that have come back, this is a bit of a personal one, but we are very happy to announce that the former leader of our previous guild before Phoenix Fusion, go sign up for Phoenix Fusion. What was it? The locker room?
Animal House. Come on now.
Indeed. Animal House. The towel snaps in the chat for Animal House. Chris, it's been so long I forgot his character name, but has come back. Or at least we've recently talked to him. So he was a cool dude at the time, and he went radio silent for like a year and some change, and it was a running joke of like, oh, I hope he's okay, and it's just very nice to hear back from him. So Chris, if you're listening to this, somehow I highly doubt it, it's nice to hear back from you.
Nice to know he's alive.
We literally thought he was dead. We were told that this man was sleeping, and when he went to sleep, he would abuse sleeping pills. Is that what it was, or was it?
Yeah, it was sleeping pills.
I was like, what? That's not what's happening. And then he was gone for months, and so we literally thought he was dead. And it was like, this sucks. Like come on. Like, he was so cool. And I found his Facebook recently, and yeah, we did it. He did it. Chris, if you're out there, we miss you. And don't worry, the guild that caused the schism in Animal House is also gone. They our biggest enemy, which we will not name on this podcast because we will not give them any airtime, even though they're gone right now. They have disbanded as of this expansion. So we did it. They're out of here. Chris, this is for you,
the
boy.
true Animal House lives on.
Towel snap. I can't do the noise very well, so towel snap.
So, recently we have gotten more information about another thing that's happening in 8.1.5 regarding the Crucible of Storms raid, which is the 2-boss raid that is based in Storm Song based on the Tide Sage lore.
What did we learn about it?
So, there is a quest line that is going to be involving the Shadow Priest blade, Zalanath. Or Knaifu.
Knaifu?
Yes, Knaifu.
There you go. I was like, please use her proper name.
Yeah, so I guess, well, I'll rewind it a little bit. I guess in 8.1.5 we're getting a new type of invasion, like you know, how it's just like the Horde or Alliance right now invading each other's continents. We're going to get a whole nother type of invasion where the Naga are invading.
Ooh.
Which, I'll say again.
Will they be going to both continents?
I assume so, because there are regions in both where the Naga are already present, right?
I guess, yeah, that's very true. In like Zoldazar, in Nazmir.
Yeah, so anyways, when you finish or kill a certain mob or something within these, you get a quest drop that has a message that I guess it's in whatever language the Naga speak. What language do the Naga speak? I don't know. Anyways.
Fish boys.
I guess Collector Kojo can speak it. So you have to bring the note to him, and he like deciphers it, and then he says, "Oh, this is a note from Zalanath or Knaifu," and she ends up giving you a quest to recover these 3 artifacts that N'Zoth is trying to collect. And she's like, oh, I have word that N'Zoth needs to collect these things, and if we collect them first, then we can prevent him from doing it. Which, side note, I don't know if you trust somebody who's like Knaifu. Like,
Yeah, she showed up forever ago in the Emerald Dream and basically just told you like I'm going to be a problem. Like she's already admitted she's a punk.
And even if like as a Shadow Priest, if you read her lore, like Xalatath is like she's a known like traitor. Like she'll literally tell you, hey, let's go to war, and then you go to war and you pull out the blade to fight with, and she leaves, and she's like literally gone. She can leave when she wants, and she's betrayed so many people, and it's been like documented in like scrolls of ancient past. Like, come on.
so anyways, for some reason the player character decides it's a good idea to trust her, Knaifu, and help her on her quest to collect these 3 artifacts. And as you collect the 3 artifacts, she starts to be able to use their power to develop a own physical form of her. So by the time you have all 3 of them, she has a full elf-like form. It's kind of, I think it's the model of the Void Elves. And so she follows you around, and then when you have all 3 of them, she's like, great, I know exactly what we need to do with these. And then you follow her, and she leads you to a cave in Stormsong where N'Zoth is waiting for you.
He's small enough he can fit in a cave.
It's like his. It's like at the bottom of the cave. It's like a giant one of his eyes.
His avatar.
I think it's actually the fact that he's so big that he's in so many places at once. That just this one eyeball is located in this cave.
Gotcha.
So that's most.
So spoiler alert: don't trust Knaifu because she betrays you. She's like, oh well, thanks for helping me get this human form. I'll leave you guys to talk. You guys being like us and N'Zoth. And then she like goes through a Void Elf portal and dips. And then N'Zoth like uses his powers to like make a tentacle and like hold you up in a cutscene and starts talking to you. And then he gives you this mark on your forehead. And then he just kind of lets you go. And he says that like he'll talk to you later. And you leave and go back to your main city with this thing on your forehead still. And I guess when you have this debuff on you, which is like this giant like N'Zoth eye above your head, you can see other people who also have it on them. But if you cancel it, then you get a toy that allows you to take on and put it off. And I don't really understand, and no one really understands yet what the point of this toy will be, but I assume.
I was about to say, like, why keep it on?
Yeah, I want the toy. Give me the toy. Add it to the collection, baby. Ring it out.
Yeah, so that's like that quest line that it's kind of leading into the actual raid itself. And in the Storm's raid, as I said, it's 2 bosses. And again, you go to the cave. I don't know if it's like the same cave that you saw in Azeroth in before. It might be. And anyways, you go down there, and then you encounter these 3 minions of N'Zoth, and I guess they're called his Restless Cabal, and they were the 2 that he originally brought on to try to go and find these relics. I mean, I guess they didn't do a good job, or they would have found them before you and Knaifu did, but you beat them to it, so now they're just like jealous. So you have to fight them. And they have both, like, they have these things now because you left them in the cave when you presented them to N'Zoth. And so they're using the power, and you have to defeat them. And when you defeat them, the, like, cave's floor falls open, and you fall down like, this really deep hole further into the cave. And then you interact with this guy named Unat, UU''NAT, and he's the harbinger of N'Zoth. And before you fight him, there's this little scene where he's like literally talking to N'Zoth again. Then you fight him off, and then after the fights, you are presented with some pretty cool items.
I feel like this is gonna be just a lot of like names that are gonna be really hard to pronounce with this expansion now. Like Unat and Xalatath.
The void is full of just real Scrabble tiled together names. The apostrophe is like their main vowel down there.
I want somebody who just the name is just all apostrophes, just constant apostrophes.
And then Nazat's like, "This is my greatest captain." It's just like the sound of like a connecting for a connecting sound, but that's his entire name.
That sounds horrible.
Go, champion! Take out that.
Please don't do this, Blizzard.
So Slide, you know something about the items, right?
So these items are fucked up. Like a lot of these items, how they work is they kind of have like a duality. So because it's a void raid, it's an old god raid. There's some crazy ass items that drop in this fucking raid. One of them is the Idol of Indiscriminate Consumption, which sounds like it's something a racist would use. What it does is it feeds on 5 nearby allies or enemies, devouring health from each. You are healed for 300% of the damage dealt. So you eat your friends and your enemies' health to give yourself health.
I know it's probably like an on-use thing, but I'd love it if it was just an equip. Like it's like, Growlina, could you please stand at least 10 meters away? I don't want your tentacle touching me and stealing my health, please.
That'd be way better if it was.
It's like, I'm just trying to dodge mechanics, and you walk into a group of people, and then like your sneaky tentacle, it's like, you took 5% from me, get out of here.
Here's some cloth legs that it's gonna. So these are on-use legs. So and they're cloth. On-use legs. So we all
you just take your hands, you just rub your pockets, like go, make the magic.
So this is all around for us because we can all use these. All 3 of us. These are called malformed heralds leg wraps.
Oh. Why you gotta be rude? Harold's mom calls him Handsome Harold.
And what malformed Harold's leg wraps does, it opens a fissure to the void beneath you for 15 seconds, increasing your haste. You will suffer shadow damage if you leave the fissure. So if you use these legs, you gotta stand in the
have to stand there.
You gotta stand there, otherwise you're gonna take damage. Like all these items are like that. The cloth feet, your speed is increased for every 20% health you're missing, which isn't. I guess that one doesn't hurt you, but it encourages you to get hurt so you can go faster. There's just so many of these items. There's like each armor class gets them. But where's the staff at? There's a staff. There's leg plates. Like all this stuff is just insane. Oh, here's a fun one. Here's Mind Thief's Eldritch Clasp. Falling below 25% health instantly restores health. You then take shadow damage over 10 seconds. So basically, it's just a cauterize.
I was about to say, yeah, it's a spooky cauterize.
So imagine if you took all your damage and you had this on. Well, let's plate. Oh, I thought it was cloth. But it's still I feel like this is going to be hell for healers. I feel so sorry for you. You're going to have to heal through all this random ass bullshit that's happening all the time whenever we do this raid. Think about that.
Yeah, I think Shadow Mend from the Shadow Priests is exactly like that one, but I don't know if any of them actually use it in raid. But yeah, these definitely provide a very interesting set of new mechanics that will be very interesting to deal with.
Yeah, and I think everyone's gonna have these. Lurker's Insidious Gift. Also, these are actually some sick names. You embrace Nazal's Gift, increasing your mastery for 30 seconds. Every 1 second, though, you gain Suffering, which inflicts shadow damage per application. If you if you use it again, it will take away the gift. So you basically have a choice of how high you want your mastery to go and how high you want your suffering to go. And this can kill you. This can drop you below your health. And I think it stacks with each shadow damage you get per stack. So it's going to be a lot of fuckery. A lot of hoopla and fuckery.
While I feel like these things are interesting, I feel like they will probably be overshadowed by other instances gear that is a little more stable.
I am living for like that 2 weeks of Goofenheimer gear though, where everyone's just trying to figure out like, I have pants that go on my head, and if I use them, I become your character. Okay.
But yeah, so after you defeat this mini raid, you get a few different interactions with all the different faction leaders regarding the fact that you, the player character, and Knaifu decided to basically awaken N'Zoth.
Awaken!
So most of them are pretty like, oh crap, another old god back? That's bad. Like, that's what Anduin's reaction was. But then you have Sylvanas, who is excited about it.
Fucking course she is. Like, come on.
Like, she has a line where she's excited that Knaifu is back, and she is very, respectful towards what she's done in the past. And it's been revealed
What
that...
can I say? She's fucking cool.
But yeah, it's been revealed that we don't know how, but eventually Sylvanas does come to possess the blade of Knaifu. So Xal'atath is no longer in the blade, but it still probably has some sort of old god juju in it, and Sylvanas will have it.
I bet you this has something to do with fucking Score Bunny. I bet Score Bunny gets his fucking hands on it and lets Xal'atath out and gives it to Sylvanas. That's the only solution to this.
You heard it here first. Score Bunny is, in fact, a puppet of the old gods.
Okay, you guys are getting hit by the Nesquik too much. At 30%, Score Bunny excretes Nesquik onto the ground. You have to dodge it.
Wait, so Anduin is like meh, or Sylvanas is like, oh, hooray! Does anybody else have any opinions? Does anyone else care, or is it just do they only pull those two members of the?
Well, okay, brother Pike weighs in, and he knows firsthand about like all this stuff that like the bad people in his region. I'm blanking on what they're called.
Tide Sages.
Yeah, he knows exactly how have fared by giving into the whims of the old gods. So he knows that it's bad. Talanji also knows that it is bad, and as I said, Anduin knows it's bad as well because he has seen what the old gods have done before. But yeah, then Sylvanas is Sylvanas.
I love it.
She continues to be her.
Burn it down. It's like, okay, what? Sylvanas.
Oh shit! Did you say burn it down?
Burn it down.
Yeah. Oh fuck! Oh, a giant fire infernal just came into my room. Oh, I don't have enough power. I'm pulling Time Warp.
Same.
Okay, well I killed it, but we still got a little bit of time left on this Time Warp here. So, it's episode Baker's Dozen, but if anyone doesn't know, Time Warp is our trivia segment where one of us pulls it and the other two has 40 seconds to answer as many trivia questions as possible. Today's trivia question comes from an adventure I had a week or two ago. I had heard all about Karazhan and all of the cool things that were in it, so I decided to do a run-through. And in it, I saw infinity bosses I had never ever met. So my question for you two, on the count of 3, I'm going to need you guys to tell me which bosses are in it. 1, 2, 3.
Morose,
the ghost horse thing,
Prince
giant
Malchezaar.
Titan lady, I forget her name, Romeo and Juliet, Mana Worm, the Curator, the
Curator, fuck.
The giant eyeball thingy in the spaceships
Wormbane?
outside. I don't know their names.
Wormbane.
The chess boss.
Oh, god damn. Fuck. Attuneman? The horseman? Is that his name? Is his name Attuneman? I think his name's Attuneman. What's the big lady's name? Big titty bitch.
Oh. That one was so... I was on the edge of my seat. You guys were... Because I was going for proper names.
Oh, fuck.
You guys were tied up until literally the very end.
It's funny because me and Immune actually just ran this.
Yeah, because that's how I got my little U-cube thing, the quest I had to go in there and kill Manoworm.
So, Slide wins this week with Attunement the Huntsman, Morose, and Prince Melchizar. Immunization comes just barely, just couldn't complete it with Curator and the Chess Boss. The two of you forgot Prince Tenris Merkblood, Maiden of Virtue, which you did know, but you didn't have the name Maiden of Virtue, Terrestrian Illhoof, Shade of Aran, Netherspite, Nightbane, Hyakis the Lurker, Rokat the Ravager, Shadkith the Glider, the fucking Wizard of Oz, they don't even give it a fake name, the Big Bad Wolf, and I'm so sorry, Immune, you said Romeo and Juliet, but it is technically Romulo and Julian.
Boo.
It's the only one that has a funny name.
Yeah, but they fucking give it the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz, which I think has an act. I don't know about copyright law, but I think they could still get in trouble for that one.
We won't tell anyone, Blizz. It's fine.
So Immune, it's bottoms up.
Okay, let's go here.
What are you drinking tonight?
I have some Svedka. So let's go.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Indeed. Well, Slide, you have it next week, it looks like.
I'm going to bring you guys the real Time Warp trivia. It's going to be Grookey only, baby.
Ooh! What is Grookey's favorite snack to mash his hands in and then smush it on his face? Hot Cheetos.
Leave Grookey alone. He's so cute with his little parrot mouth.
So, I am very, very excited to tell you boys this. But there has been an update on the quest for heaven.
He is going across the map to find a sacred flat-brimmed hat. He will journey across the sand. He will strike down any man. All his foes will fall down dead to the depths atop his head. He knows what he has to do. He'll never leave the island queue. He won't waver pen on that. He will win this quest for hat.
So after 2 to 3 weeks of, I swear, the Gilneas one was not coming up, I would wake up, I would look, is it there? Is it there? It wasn't there. Slide mentioned that he purchased the hat for, what was it at the time that you purchased it? Like 45, 60K?
69, nice. Okay.
69K.
Nice.
So I said, well, I'm going to have to fall on the sword here and purchase it because I need this hat. I go to the auction house. 25K.
Shit.
This is a thing. I don't know what's going on with the market because this is a thing that used to range between like 200 and 300K. And now it's 25. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm buying that. So I bought the hat and I was like, I got money to spare. Bought the suit, bought the shoes, bought the dress, which Growlina is currently walking around in. And I never thought I would say it, but the quest for hat is over. Or at least I would say that if I was a fool. Because while the quest for hat may be over, I recently learned of the Blood-Gorged Hunter, which is a bat mount that you can get from running random island expeditions. So get ready for the quest for bat.
Shut the fuck up. Is that a real thing?
Yep.
Well,
The quest for Bat. I'll give you weekly updates for me not getting this mount that I already checked. I cannot purchase.
God damn it.
where does this end? Is it like a quest for a cat next?
There is a cat pet.
Don't spoil the future segments. When you told me that the hat was 25k, I checked the auction house and it was back up to 60k. I was like, what? Like, some idiot was like, well, this seems good enough.
I love it. I love the hat. Admittedly, it does not go with the dress, but I bounce between the dress and the tux on my girl, but I love it.
So are we going to have to update the theme song, you think? I mean, we're going to have to commission our in-house band to, we got to find them back again. They kind of scattered to the winds after they recorded. They're like, this is it, Aaron. This is all we got for you. We got one more song in us and we're out of here. And now we got to find them again.
Bloodspout, as Proudmoore's premier metal band, if you could meet us back at the studio, I didn't actually think I'd do it, but we got to record again.
If you guys are out there, please come back to us. We have more songs to be recorded.
We have a little bit of coin to drop on your next recording since Aaron got this hat for so cheap, so please come back.
Speaking of quests, I have an update on the best feature in World of Warcraft. The Brawlers Guild, which I totally earned legitimately last season. So, if you guys love murder mysteries, then you're gonna love Brawlers Guild 8.1.5 because that's exactly what's happening. It's a murder mystery. So this is crazy because I was like, I'm not gonna read this. Brawlers Guild is my most loved content, but then I read it anyway and got spoiled. So if I can do it, you guys can too. So whenever you do Brawlers Guild, you have to talk to this man who he's a quartermaster. He'll sell you like the little ring that teleports you back to Brawler's Guild, or he'll sell you like the mounts or whatever. His name's Quackenbush, and somebody fucking killed Quackenbush. He's dead. Quackenbush is dead. And it's so sad. And basically, this whole quest line is you trying to figure out who murdered Quackenbush. And it seems so fucking fun. You basically just harass several suspects and you fight them, and then... But like they added it's like an actual quest line because it culminates in a literal jury. Like there's gonna be a trial in the middle of like the arena, and they have like it's set up with like a jury and like they have like the defense and they have the other side, and it's nuts. Like I'm seeing these screenshots. I'm reading this text. It's actually a lot. Like it's basically every bit of it has been data mined on the PTR or found in the PTR. But like Meatball's there. He's the bailiff. I'm not seeing the penguin. I'm seeing the penguin's there somewhere, but I don't think he is. Wait, Master Paku is there. There's just everyone's there. Master Boom Boom's hanging out. Grandpa Grumplefoot is there. Yeah, so they're all on the jury. No, I don't think Dave's there. But Chubo's there, everyone's favorite Chubo. The fuck's Chubo? But yeah, it seems like a really cool, drawn out fucking cross examination on all the suspects. Like it's fucking awesome. And then you get to finally hang out with Bismo, the guy who owns the Brawlers Guild. It's the content we all deserve, and the content we've all wanted. And at the end of the content, you get Bruce the Mount, who is a Crocolisk, and he has a sick like saddle on him. And he also has been in every season of Brawlers Guild, so now you can ride him around. And you get Transmog that looks okay. It's not the best, but it's unique Transmog, so it's okay, I guess. It's basically just like
Looks like some like futuristic Mad Max end of a world shit.
I was thinking 1920s rugby outfit, but I guess those are kind of the same thing if you think about it, right?
It almost looks like weird, like Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion S&M gear. Like, get in the arena, blood meat. It also probably doesn't help that they have it on the most schlubbiest Tandrixon looking human ever.
Yeah, like, if you look at it, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why is he wearing 2 belts on his thighs? How are those knee pads staying on? Like, are they glued onto his knees? Like,
I'm ready to see Growlina in whatever weird Leatherhead's rugby helmet this is.
That's gonna be the request for hat, is seeing this hat on her head. Her stretched out ass head.
The quest to never see it. 3 weeks in, I was like, oh, I actually went by the window and I saw it. Damn it.
Yeah. I'm excited for this new murder mystery, though, and with the trial and all that. I'm just really excited that they finally decided to... Spoiler alert in case you didn't read the book, but I'm excited they finally decided to put the trial for war crimes in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's wild that no one ever talks about the fact that Garrosh ran to AU Draenor because he was just so upset at who killed Quackenbush. I need to save him. I need to go back and save him.
Plot twist, it was him the whole time.
No! I shouldn't have just thrown that axe all willy-nilly. It hit my boy Quackenbush.
Honestly, though, there's so much information that I didn't even say. Like, there's a lot in the middle of, like, all that, like, finding out who did it. Like, I was as light as I could to be on it, because I didn't want to spoil the good parts, but it's good. Everyone get in the Brawler's Guild when it pops up. Except, no. Everybody wait, and let me do it first, and then you guys can do it later. Thank you. Don't clog up the line. I can't deal with that.
After her recent stint in the Cold Tyrian Navy, Growlina has come back to shore on a little bit of shore leave. She said that she was going to the bright sunny beaches of Nazmir. Let's see what she got up to while she was over there.
This is the life. Just the sun on my fur, sand in my toes, and a Kunlai Mai Tai in my claws. After a long week of duty, it's nice to have time to relax. I'm here with Hostly, my partner in vacation bliss.
What are you talking about?
Come on, Yas. You saw a lovely young Worgen sprawled out on the beach, taking in the rays, and you had to come say hello. I see your game.
I'm actually just fishing.
That's what they all say, sweetie. So what brings you to the sandy shores of Nazmir, Yohos?
I just said I'm fishing for a quest.
Indeed, indeed. What are you looking to catch?
Midnight salmon, I think. They should be here.
I see. So, are you looking to catch anything else today?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Some lovely lady, furrier than most, wearing nothing but a top hat.
I'm fucking leaving.
Well, another one gets away. Oh well, Growl, you know what they say. Unlucky in love, lucky in raid. Well, this girl's gonna get back to the sun and the fun. Back to you boys in the studio.
Well, I'm glad you're out there having fun, Growlina. Meanwhile, we have work to do. Get your ass back in the studio and make content for us.
Go get that band back together. Go find them. Bloodspout. We need them back out. That was the name of the band, right? Bloodspout?
Yeah, I think.
Hurry, someone write it down.
Oh no, it's not Bloodspout. That's the second best band.
How dare you put disrespect on their name like this?
You know who tolerates no disrespect in her dojo?
Who?
Me.
Our sassy, strong,
RuPaul.
sensual, sexiest NPC of the week. This week's sexiest NPC of the week is Isa Cloudsinger.
Ooh.
Oh.
Finally. She's been sitting on that boat for too long. Glad she can come down and join us.
She's been sitting, just doing nothing for quite a while.
Her love for G Firepaw runs so deep that it just horns me all up.
Oh, just mentioning G Firepulp dampened the mood here, so let's forget about that.
I was thinking about Isaac had me at a quarter chub. Thinking about G has made it go back in. I must say, I respect Isa Cloudsinger's patience above all else. Because she is out here supporting the Alliance, giving her people the Tushy Pandas.
Tushy.
I believe it's called like Tweesy or something, but it's the Tushy Pandas.
She leads them Tushies, let me tell you.
They are on the front lines of every island expedition, and they have not allowed her to do anything since she picked up G's sorry ass and brought him out of Siege of Orgrimmar.
Hey, she did something with the monks, right? She is a monk, right?
Yeah, I think they both are.
She,
Aren't they?
in fact, was not in the monk storyline.
Yeah, but I think she is a monk class, though, right? Because when she's sitting on the edge of the boat, she's in that one monk state.
Yeah, she's doing the transfer thing.
Maybe she's too busy just sexily meditating in her hot yoga classes to worry about what's happening with the Alliance and her panda brethren who fight when she does it.
Speaking of centrally sitting, though, this is a point I brought up years ago. But if you go to the emissary that they added in the pre-BFA event, you'll see some of the leaders just standing around. And she is sassily, like, leaning back, crossing her legs on a table. And I'm like, Isa, you can't just do that to me, girl. I'm about to have a heart attack, you looking so fine.
Whew.
She's got them chopsticks in her hair. She's got her big cuffed boots on. Girl, why are those cuffs in your boots so big? Get smaller cuffs.
Ooh. Ooh. She's an NPC that I would run across the ropes 7 times because I failed the first 6 times and then had to ask my friend to come over and do it for me.
Oh, what a terrible fucking... Asa, fuck you for making us do that. Why'd you make us do that, Asa? Why?
Woo! You had to prove yourself as a proper Tushy Panda. And that's a Panda Tushy that I could look at all day long.
And not because we had to, but because we wanted to. But also because we had to. Because we kept falling off.
Because I had to go swimming.
Can't get over those cuffs on her boots. I can't get over those cuffs. Look at them.
Look at those panda curves, though.
We'll send the picture out on Twitter, which I think we say and we do like half the time. But these cuffs on these boots are just too big. They're protruding out of her body. This is like 1910 sexy.
And speaking of protruding out of his body, I'm back up to that quarter. And I'm ready to maybe make that to a half while I look at our sexiest NPC of the week. Isa, I would say your reward's in the mail, but you told me once you don't use the mail system. So
but it's still, I mean, it'd be there.
It'll just languish in the mail for like 30 days till it gets refunded and sent back to me.
Oh, Asa, please check your mailbox, baby.
Please, it'd mean the world to us.
Please, you gotta check your mail and change some cuffs on your little booties.
I guess we can just like scale the side of the boat and throw it at her.
She's meditating, it's rude.
I mean, she needs to know.
Maybe afterwards we can go shout it at her. Just go send on the mess of that boat and maybe she'll get the message.
Oh no, is she gonna make us have another challenge of scaling a boat without falling into the water just for this picture?
It's hard to get up there, so yeah, I think she is. Be very difficult.
Oh, guys, what's that over there?
Whoa, what?
Is it a cat?
That's our top toot of the week.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. So, what is your top toot of the week? Starting with you, Aaron.
My top toot of the week is that my girl finally has her hat, and she's able to just go around town gallivanting, showing off this hat that at least 2 players have told me looks really bad on the Worgen.
I need to see a picture
But I
of
don't
this.
care. My
Who
girl's
told you
styling. Like, I was going around to randoms when I got it. I was like, don't you like my hat? And they're like, that looks bad.
No.
I wanted to write down their names or take a photo to call them out, but I was too flustered. I was like, I have spent months looking for this hat. How dare you, sir?
Reported.
It also doesn't look good on Susan either. So it's not like I even have that as an out.
Sheesh. Oh, sounds like a rough time for the growl.
She had to go on vacation for a reason, but she's vacationing in that hat, baby.
Ow! Ow!
Oh. Immune, what is your top 2 of the week?
Well, let's see. My top toot of the week is probably along the lines of what I said earlier. I was a little upset that the moose couldn't fly, but I'm still going to make the ghost moose my top toot of the week because I haven't done archaeology probably since Legion at all, but it's kind of enjoyable, just, relaxing. We watched Austin Powers while we were doing it, and yeah, now I have a pretty decently rare mount, and well, it doesn't fly. I think it still looks pretty cool. So
Yeah, baby.
yeah, so that's my top 2.
It's a good thing you didn't have to buy it for 1 million gold.
If only you could.
Throw me a frickin' bone here, because I'm doing archaeology that features bones.
If only you could attack a freaking laser beam to its head, then it'd be the coolest mount in the world. Austin Powers
It's a
fun.
good thing. Also, I went first, which makes you number 2. Remember, that was a character in Austin Powers, number 2.
Fat bastard. Start naming characters.
Foxy, Cleopatra.
Scott Evil.
Gold member. Smoking a pancake. Bong the blitz.
I'm butt cheek slapping laughing over here. We're not even making jokes.
That movie, Gold member is really fucking good. Those movies are timeless. I was dying watching them. Oh my god.
But yeah, Slide, what is your top 2 of the week?
Probably Gold member at this point. It's gotta be Austin Powers watching it again, right?
Well, there you have it.
It's funny. I actually, when I was doing Love is in the Air stuff, I ended up with too many of those necklaces that you have to turn in. So I just sold them to some random lady on the banks of Stormwind, in the bank, and she literally said to me, "Oh my god, I love Earmog. Earmog is the coolest." So let it be known that I got the opposite reaction that Carlina got. People love
in the exact same outfit.
People love the hat on me and my little suit. I mean, it helps that I'm super tiny. I think that the factor of being adorable really kind of chimes in there. So that was nice. Honestly, I think. Oh, I've done it almost. I have all of my reps at Exalted except for Turtles. And I'm finally getting Paragon bags like a regular human being's supposed to be doing. And it's so nice. Just collecting 10,000 rep and just getting all these bags. I've gotten so many bags not even trying. It's crazy. And I've been missing out on this for so long. But yeah, it's almost done.
Well, I'm glad you finally joined the big kids.
Yeah, I'm getting
I facetiously say after this is the second time you've done it. You're the only person to have changed into an alt.
I'm getting the gold. I love gold. But yeah, I think those are my top toots. Oh, and Grookey. Grookey's gonna be my top toot of the week, so he's just enamored in history.
Well, I can tell you, he certainly looks like a toot. His design is a big old fart.
Well, them's are Grookin words, let me tell you.
Petition to make the fire bunny evolve into Chungus.
Petition denied.
Petition signed.
Whoa. See, we got
Big Chungus is the most silly meme out there, and will fight for it day in and day out.
I'm fighting for Grookey. All right, well, I think we're wrapping up here. If you guys have any comments, complaints, questions, anything at all, send me maps of your house. I don't know. Send it to donotrelenttpod@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at donotrelenttpod. If you want to join our guild, it's really easy to do. We've already had one person do so, which is very surprising that somebody cares about this podcast so much that they joined our guild and found out how to do so. Just email me and I'll set it up and it'll be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Rock it down like Mr. Queasy. What about you guys? Where can I find you in cyberspace?
You can find me, Alex, or Immunization, at New Era Alex on Twitter.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at The Biga Cheesy on Twitter, as well as my alternative World of Warcraft show that I do with my good friend Will, aka Tyre, called Heroes Callboard. That's Heroes Callboard on Twitter and iTunes. We took a little bit of a break there while he was lost in time, but he's exited the Archway, and we're back, baby. Are you fucking Grookin over there?
Let's go, Grookey. I think now I'm all team Grookey now. I think I keep thinking about him and I love him. Okay, but no, that's it for us. We're out of here. And for all you Grookey fans, remember,
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.